The whole weather team has been here, and in fact, a great staff. There's so many people, over 100 people involved in the coverage, and we thank every single one of those. As we take a look at Rock Hill, South Carolina, rain continues to fall down there just like it has everywhere. We'll take the first one, Doppler radar. Not as heavy a rainfall there as Charlotte, from Kannapolis to Albemarle, Monroe to Wadesboro, all the way up towards areas towards Asheboro, all the way to the northern Piedmont. You get over towards areas around Cheraw and Laurinburg. Very heavy rainfall. It continues to track, and the moisture supply is coming right there from the Atlantic Ocean. What we saw yesterday over Wilmington, that area, that whole moisture fetch is coming right in our direction. It's like a train of rain, and more is on the way. So that's why we're not over yet with some of the heavy bands of showers out there. Some of the rainfall totals in just the past couple of hours. You can see almost 2 inches here in the Queen City. You go south of Monroe, over 3 inches of rainfall there. Up in Stanley County, about 1.4. And the heaviest rainfall has been really to the southeast of the Charlotte metro area. As we take a look at futurecasts, notice this afternoon at 2 o'clock, we're going to see another big band of heavy rainfall. Some of that will be a little bit north of the Charlotte metro area, but it just moves across the region. Then you can see around 5 o'clock this afternoon, more heavy rain in areas that don't need it. Chesterfield County, Union County, the eastern part of Mecklenburg County, all the way up into the areas around Taylorsville and Banner Elk in the North Carolina mountains. 7 o'clock tonight, more rain is on the way. You can see as we get towards late this evening, around 11 o'clock tonight, the heavier rainfall is north of here. And in the mountains, where there's a lot of concern about mudslides up there, with anywhere from about 4 to 5 inches in the forecast up there, that does continue. When we take it to early tomorrow morning, we could still see a few showers here in the Charlotte metro area. This is tomorrow morning about 5 a.m. Some very heavy rain from Albemarle all the way to Southern Pines in that area. So here's what we're expecting. We could still get another maybe inch at Shelby, maybe 3.5 inches at Rockingham, over towards areas around Wadesboro, maybe up to 7 inches. That's why we're expecting a tremendous amount of rainfall. And you can see in Monroe over 3 inches, almost 3 inches in the Charlotte area. So a lot going on. Major concerns about some of the issues that we've had today. A lot of watches and warnings. In fact, we got the latest warnings. Chris McKay joins us right now with the latest on that.
And Larry, I have a quote from Emergency Management for Union County. Said this is an unprecedented situation. Over 100 individual roads are closed, and there was also 2 water rescues that actively are going on. They're coordinating with Mecklenburg County because both of you are under the same situation. Speaking of that, we have until 1:30 for this flash flood warning. Likely it is going to be expanded just as it was for Union County, but also the northern parts of Mecklenburg County. It's now your turn for more of that heavy rain, and that extends until 6:45. That is a very long time for flash flooding to occur. Usually they will overestimate these just to give it time for the water levels to recede, but we still continue that very heavy rain across the area. Other warnings that we have across the area are also down in Union County. Larry, it's not advancing for me. Do you think you could advance to the next graphic?
Yeah.
That is going to be Union County. Our computers, by the way, are being overworked. We've been on air since 3 o'clock this morning, so we've been trying to keep you updated online, keep you updated on air, so sometimes they are going to freeze. But I'll let you know the next graphic that's coming up. That is Union County, and they've also expanded that till after 6 o'clock as well. So keep in mind, we have all these flash flood warnings across the area, and if you're curious, what's this pink? That is a tornado watch, so we also have that as well. So really just keep that in mind. So still frozen, still frozen. Let's see if we got it. There we go. All right, we got movement going on. Okay, so as I mentioned, Union County, 7:15. That's how long that flash flood warning is going for. And we also have it for Anson and Stanley County. Likely those are going to be expanded as well. And the big story recently, because a very rare situation happened, as you've heard, the flood emergency. Those are rare case scenarios. The reason why I saw that is that some areas around Chesterfield County have already seen over 15 inches of rain from this tropical system. And some of these expiring within an hour likely will be expanded because of all of that rain. Talking more about that tornado watch, likely we're going to be tornado free, but it's our eastern zones, especially Richmond County down to the eastern side of Chesterfield County, which is just insult to injury. We have these bands of rain that are picking up some rotation. So there's a chance for a brief spin up. And if that does take take place? It'll be a rain-wrapped tornado, which would be the worst-case scenario, but all this heavy rain continues to work its way off towards the northwest. This is an incredible situation because it's raining regardless, but then we also have more of these heavier showers. The good news for this band of rain, it looks like it's going to miss the Charlotte metropolitan area, but we still have and know what this rain will do. So it'll be areas north in northern Mecklenburg County that will be able to share the same circumstances scenarios that we have down to the south. And all this rain continues to train through Chesterfield County. They don't need any more. And that's why Union County, you really need to be on guard, because what's happened in Chesterfield is happening to you right now. A better look at this. I'll tell you all the information. The font is really small, but this is Briar Creek. This is the most recent updates from NOAA, where it's been up to 9.58 feet. That's the most recent update at Briar Creek at Independence Boulevard. Switching to the next one, Goose Creek. Good news, that one's starting to come down. That peaked at 9.84 feet, was only 0.4 feet away from the previous record set. McMullen Creek at Sharon View, that is now in the minor flood stage, 9.46 feet. And then another look at 12.66 feet, Little Sugar Creek. These are record totals. The National Weather Service has not seen this before, so they're kind of in a panic mode as well. What's going to happen? Because the rain does not look like it's going to let up right away. So keep that in mind. As we've been saying, stay inside. These creeks continue to rise, and even after today, the rivers will rise after them, and some of them are cresting tonight. So I'll have more information on that coming up. But here's the good news. We're starting to see this turn more to the north-northwest. So instead of due west, we will have a chance to lift this out of the Charlotte area, out of Chesterfield County, out of Union County, but it's only 10 miles per hour, and this thing is so massive that it is going to be a significant waiting game trying to get it out of here. The reason why it's been so bad around Chesterfield County is because they measured 14.53 inches of rain since midnight. It's actually over that now, and 14.53 inches, was yesterday, but now I have a new total. Over 15 inches on Main Street, downtown Chesterfield. 6 miles east of Jefferson, we have 14.76. Around Chesterfield in general, you see in those ranges of a foot to even a foot and a half, and I bet that will be the final stage. That's why Chesterfield County, under that flood emergency, a curfew has been set, meaning don't leave. And if you are in trouble, call 911. If Union County's already had rescues, so has Chesterfield. So this is turning into an even more dangerous situation because the rain's not letting up. Till 7 a.m. we have that curfew. There's also a river in Chesterfield County at Shira. So that's the PD River. Right now it's at 18.3 feet. It's quickly rising. That is not going to crest until Wednesday at 8 p.m. The forecast is 49.2. The record for there, about 50.2. So we have near record-breaking flooding and a major concern all across the area.